name is Michael Kale, and this is my audience. I am here to discuss with you the teaching of the theory of evolution and how it takes God out of the creation process. Did you know in 2005, a polling and analysis article at pewforum.org says the state of Alabama voted to put stickers on public school biology textbooks telling the students that evolution was a controversial theory, and that statement about life's origin should be considered as theory and not fact. According to the National Center for Science Education website, in October 2004, the Grantsburg, Wisconsin School Board became the first in the nation to allow the teaching of various theories, models of origins. In its public school science curriculum, in response to concerns that the policy allowed teaching of intelligent design and creation science, however, the school board revised the guidelines in December of 2004 to state that the students will be able to explain scientific strengths and weaknesses of evolutionary theory. This policy does not call for the teaching of creationism or intelligent design. While Wisconsin public schools are required by state law to teach evolution, the school districts may determine the specifics of their own science curriculum. As a licensed minister for the past 22 years, I have done extensive research on the theory of evolution versus the theory of creationism. I have taught sermons on Genesis and the Creation Week. I have also taught many personal Bible studies to people who believed in the theory of evolution. My support will cover main point 1, origin of life, evolutionist perspective. Main point 2, the origin of life, creationist perspective. Main point 3, age of the earth, the evolutionist perspective. And finally, main point 4, age of the earth, creationist perspective. Now let's dive into the first main point. Origin of life, evolutionist perspective. First came biological molecules. Then cells arose from primordial soup. DeWitt, History of Life. Spontaneous generation. The belief that living things could arise from non-living material. DeWitt, History of Life. Panspermia, the idea that life on Earth was seeded from outer space. DeWitt, Unraveling the Origins Controversy. These are all thoughts and ideas and beliefs in the evolutionist perspective. This brings me to my second point. Origin of life, creationist perspective. All living things were specifically made, fully formed, each to reproduce after its kind. Genesis 1 through 27. All living things are made of cells. The cell is the fundamental unit of life. DeWitt, History of Life. DNA could not be formed spontaneously as evolution claims, because there is no method to generate protein from DNA directly. And there is no method for DNA replication without proteins. Therefore, it is impossible to make DNA without proteins. DeWitt, History of Life. Human life in particular, created in the image of God, has tremendous value. Contrast that with the evolutionary view that life is a frozen accident or a happy coincidence. This brings me to my third point. Age of the Earth, evolutionist perspective. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old, according to the evolutionists. All matter and energy in the universe was once in a single dimensionless point of infinite density. Then suddenly, it expanded into the universe. DeWitt, Unraveling the Origins Controversy. Radiometric dating proved that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. DeWitt, Unraveling the Origins Controversy. The theory of evolution includes the theory of common ancestry. Humans derived from apes and so on. Apes, pigs, horses, and dogs all share a common ancestor. If you go back far enough, we are all related. Main point number 4, and my final point. Age of the Earth, creationist perspective. Young Earth creationists believe that Earth is about 6,000 years old. The length of the days of the creation was literally 6 24-hour days. Carbon-14 is found in diamonds that were buried miles and miles and miles beneath the Earth's surface. Radiometric dating dated these stones at billions of years old. That brings into question the dating process because at that age, carbon-14 would have decayed a long time ago. It proves that there are errors in radiometric dating. DeWitt, Unraveling the Origins Controversy. Creationists believe that God created man and every living thing. But assuming man and apes had a common ancestor, then 40 million separate mutation events would have had to take place and become fixed in the population in only 300,000 generations. This is an average of 133 mutations locked into the genome every generation. Locking in such staggering number of mutations in a relatively small number of generations is a problem. If this did happen, then why is it not still happening? In closing, a theory is not a proven fact. The theory of evolution and the theory of creation are just that. They're theories. It takes faith to believe in a theory. When you choose the theory of evolution, you deny a Savior that came to this world and died on a cross for you. When you choose evolution, you accept that we're just here by random chance and we don't mean anything at all. Understand the consequences when you decide to take the side of evolution. You are saying that human beings are no better than animals, plants, or pond scum. I would ask you to look at what is being said on both theories. Do you believe that life can come from non-life? Has that ever happened before? Have you seen life generate non-life things? Or were you created by an intelligent design? What makes more sense to you? Thank you.